Video Game Journal 9. So, this is going to be a hard one. Not because it was hard to research this game, but because I suck at League of Legends. This week I streamed for 3 hours with my brother and a group of his friends. We played 5 games, one against computer players and the other 4 against real people. I'm not going to lie, it was rough. We only won one of the games against people, but I told the group that it might be that way. I called myself an anchor because I always drag down my team on these games. Not because I'm a troll, but more because, for some reason, MOBAs just don't click with me. I should probably explain a bit for the people that got confused by the acronym. A MOBA is a multiplayer online battle arena, which is what League is. And League of Legends was created by Riot Games and released on October 27, 2009. The company's founders, Brandon Beck and Mark Merrill, wanted to create a standalone game that was based off of Defense of the Ancients, also known as Dota, which in turn was a mod for Warcraft 3. Basically, the way these games work is that 2 teams are playing Capture the Flag, but instead of stealing the flag and returning it to their base, they destroy the flag at their opponent's base. Beck and Merrill actually hosted a Dota tournament to try and find interns to be quality assurance for their game. Here's how a standard game of League works. You have 2 teams of 5, and they all choose their own champion. The way each champion plays is completely unique. We'll talk about this more later, and fulfill certain roles. These roles determine where they play on the map. Top refers to the top lane of the map. Players in this lane are called top laners, and usually play tanks or bruisers, which are big, beefy powerhouses. And also, they're usually melee champions. Mid, the middle lane, and its players are called mid laners. They're usually assassins or ADCs. I'll explain ADC in a bit. And these players have to know a bit about each role. They have to be able to stand in their own lane and also attack other lanes if needed. The bottom lane is usually shared by 2 players, the ADC and support. ADC stands for Attack, Damage, Carry, and these players focus on bringing a lot of damage at a loss of defense. They're also usually ranged champions. The support makes up for this by basically being the ADC's bodyguard. Finally, the last player is called the jungler. Their job is to navigate the maze of forests that fill in the space between the lanes. They also are responsible for ganking, or invading the lanes to try and give their teammates an edge against whoever they're up against. Once everyone is in their spot, the goal is to fight into the other team's base and destroy the big crystal called the Nexus. Each lane has 6 towers, 3 for each team, that will target enemy players or minions within a certain area. Oh yeah, periodically NPCs will spawn called minions that can attack enemies and enemy structures. They also give gold and XP when killed. The Nexus is also protected by 2 towers as well. Once a path has been cleared to the Nexus and a team destroys it, that team wins. Like I mentioned earlier, the champions that you can choose are all unique with their own special way of playing. There were originally 40 champions in the game upon release. That number has ballooned into 151 champions now. And like I said, they're all unique. We have everything from knights, samurais, gods, eldritch beasts, pirates, and even a little girl with a teddy bear. They all have special ability lists and a way of playing. That may seem a bit daunting at first, but Riot has a way to ease players in. First, the tutorial gives you a choice of 5 champions to try out and allows you to pick your favorite to be unlocked for your own personal account. They also have a rotating list of available champions that changes every month, allowing players to try out other characters for free. Outside of that, if someone wants to keep a champion, they have to purchase it. This is actually the way Riot makes money, as the game itself is free to play and always has been. Players buying champions and skins, which are different character models for champions, are the main way that Riot makes their money. This makes the game very accessible, and outside of a pretty steep learning curve, led to the game becoming very popular. What aided in this popularity is League of Legends' ranking system. Ironically, this is what most hardcore players complain about. That and balance changes to their champions. In short, a player and 1 to 2 friends compete in placement matches when they want to enter ranked play. There are 10 matches in total that are then played, and yes, they are all back-to-back. After this, the player is ranked into one of 9 ranks, which are Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, Master, Grandmaster, and Challenger. I don't think it's possible to get into any of the last 5 ranks just out of placement. Anyway, once in ranked games, players earn league points for wins, and they lose points for losses. They can try and move up in the ranks when they earn 100 league points. They also can go down in ranks if they fall to 0 points. Side note, outside of the top 3 ranks, each rank has 4 divisions, with 4 being the lowest, and to change ranks, players must work their way through all of these divisions. Basically, if you start in Bronze 4, you have to go through Bronze 3, Bronze 2, and Bronze 1 before you can try and place into Silver. It's all very complicated, and if I'm wrong on anything, I apologize. I'm going off of information I could find online or from asking my brother because I'm nowhere near good enough to even think of trying for ranked. My brother and his friends have done ranked before. I think the farthest they got up to was the Gold series. Speaking of competition, League is one of the biggest names in esports. Riot has their own official league called the League of Legends Championship Series. They have 10 professional teams that are divided into 2 splits, one competing in the spring and the other in the summer. Think of it kind of like in the NFL, where you have the NFL and the AFC. They compete against the other teams in their split until the top 8 teams meet at the end of summer in a double elimination tournament, with the winners, runners-up, and third-place teams competing in the League of Legends World Championship. This championship tournament is no joke either. The 2019 World Championship had over 100 million unique viewers with a peak of 44 million concurrent viewers, and the winnings of the tournament ended up being around $2.5 million. League of Legends can proudly boast that it is the biggest esport organization at this moment. So what was my experience? Well, I played Miss Fortune, a pirate lady wielding 2 pistols. She is an ADC, so I was basically down on bot with the support the whole time. The footage I've been using was from just one of the games we played, but it was my best. I did better than I expected, but it wasn't great. Let's see, what were the things that I did wrong? I didn't know what I was supposed to use in the shop, and the shop is basically where you go to purchase items that give your player some stat boosts, whether it being attack power or defense or mana regeneration. I also had a problem with my mouse. You usually move around by clicking the ground with your right mouse button. You'll see a little icon whenever I'm moving around wherever my mouse is. You can kind of see it right now. That's also how you target certain enemies and minions for attacks. However, your abilities are mapped to your left mouse button. Originally, I had it to where I had to hold down the ability button just so it would show me where I was pointing things and then release it. That messed me up in the beginning because I was used to just hitting a button and the ability going off. But with at least Miss Fortune, you kind of have to aim where you're going, which makes sense seeing as she's using pistols. I also didn't know that you were supposed to focus, or at least this is what I was advised to do after a few games, focus on upgrading one power. What I mean by that is as you're fighting and killing either champions or minions, you gain experience. Once you gain enough experience, you level up, and that allows you to upgrade or unlock some of your abilities. I had been upgrading both of my offense abilities, so they're pretty much even in my early games. But in this game, I was told, no, you need to focus on whichever one you're going to be using the most, and then go down to the other ones. Upgrading along the way, whichever ones you can, but focusing on that main one. I'm going to jump forward in the game a bit because I wanted to show off my one really good play that all of my teammates were very happy that I pulled off. It was right after we killed this dragon. Apparently, there are 4 different dragons, I believe they told me, and each gives them their own specific buff for whoever has been fighting. I was walking off because I didn't realize we were supposed to go the other way. From here, you'll see me follow the rest of the team over to what they call Baron. It's basically another mini-boss on the map. And here in a second, you'll see what play I pulled off. I'll explain when we get there. Okay, so here we are with a team fight, and I just killed that guy up there. I then used my ult to kill the rest of the team and got a triple kill, which then also turned out to be an ace. An ace is where the entire team has been killed and is awarded to whoever killed the last character. So it's something you really want to get because it gives your team time to work against their defenses, or in this case, kill the mini-boss. My entire team was ecstatic that I was able to do that, and it was pretty much the only major play I pulled off. But I'm pretty proud of it. If you'd like to see all the games in their entirety, I'll have a link to my Twitch in the description, or you can just go over to twitch.tv/KIMORN5. On the screen, you can also see it in the top corner. I'm not great at League, but I did enjoy playing it, and I can see why it's so addictive for some people. And watching really good players is incredible. All in all, I had a lot of fun, and I still probably will play from time to time. Just in case you ever see Keymore N5 in your group, I apologize if we lose because of me. I really am trying my best. Again, my Twitch is twitch.tv/Keymorn5. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.